What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I want to talk about Madden. Yesterday I did a video about the stocks, kind of talked about the stock drop that they've had at EA, most in really 10 years, and how they were dissatisfied with the way things were headed. And I asked, do you think that Madden has a direct correlation to this? And of course, there's always people that will defend Madden. We'll get to them in just a moment. But I thought it was interesting. After I did that, I went over to Metacritic. I hadn't been to Metacritic in a while, and I was just interested in what is the most recent rating for Madden look like from the users. Now, to that point, it's ironic this is the 63rd highest rated PS4 game of 2018. I will say the discussion in the shared rankings and awards, if you will, can be negative or positive. But for that matter, the user score distribution really actually took me back. 24 positive, 13 mixed, 128 negative. Think about this for a minute. This is a user score of 2.3 on a website EA used to drive us to. Rex Dixon used to tell us to look at this Metacritic score because it reflected so well at how the game actually had improved. Now, I'm not a big person on analogies, but let's think about it in another direction. Let's say 100 of us went to a restaurant. And when we came back and we talked about the experience we had, 77 of us were dissatisfied. Would you recommend that restaurant to a friend? Probably not. Would you go back to that restaurant? Some may, some wouldn't. And I think that's where I think Madden 19 is. Because every year I'll see people say, I'm done buying this. I'm done with this cycle. I'm done giving EA my money. And yes, some people do break down and buy the game anyway, and that's okay. But to EA's point, the economy is not always the same as it was the year before. There are people that spent money they didn't have to buy Madden 19. Those same people may not be willing to set that same money aside for Madden 20. They may want to try a different game. They may want to try to get a different experience. Because to me, this rating is direct reflection of years of a poor product. Not just one, not one bad game, but 4, 5, 6 bad games. And to that point, people will say, well, your channel is very repetitive. It's hard for me to watch your channel. It's the same things. Well, of course, Madden is a very repetitive game. I wish we could begin to talk about other problems, but Madden doesn't really have the issues addressed from a year-to-year basis that we can talk about different things because the same issues are there. In fact, I've done, 21 plays in a row now? And I would think, ironically enough, of those 21 plays that I've shown sequentially in a game, maybe a quarter of them, if we're being forgiving or good, which is nearly the exact representation you see on this user score, negative to positive. The abundance of negative plays in this game, to me, directly correlates to the negative response people have to this game. And I don't know how you can't look at a product being scored so low by the people that purchase it and play it and not think that it has a direct connection to the company having a down year. That ultimately doesn't mean if Madden has a good year, EA has a good year, but I think it's a good start. But like I said, I do want to know, looking at this, knowing that people share a generally poor reflection on Madden this year, are you less likely to buy Madden 20? Or are you giving up on Madden 20? Have you given up on Madden 20? Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking out. I'll be back very shortly with more commentary.